Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
How do you like me now? Now I'm on my way. You know I'm there. And here there. Welcome to the Daily Grind. That concludes our songs of Toby Keith. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker, and it is a Friday. We are coming off a day that saw football coming back. We saw Grizzlies news yesterday, so we got a full slate. How are you? There's nobody else I'd rather talk this with than Rusty. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. I appreciate that. Happy Maroon Friday. We made it to the weekend. College football is back tomorrow. We got professional football tonight. The world is spinning right on its axis again, Luke. All is good. And I got ambitious last night, and I thought, I'm going to lay in bed, and in one sitting, I'm going to read the entire dictionary from start to finish. But I didn't make it. I got up to pee.
Yeah, you did. But hey, man, you made good progress. I'll give you that.
I appreciate it. That was,
you got
a
up
tough
to
task.
pee. That's good. I like that one a lot. Speaking of getting up to pee, I don't know. That's a bad transition. I got nothing for you. We got some Grizzlies news yesterday. Like I alluded at earlier, we had some signings take place. The Memphis Grizzlies signed. If I can get my mouse to work, there we go.
You can throw there's a P, there's Prosper in there. And shout out Jalen. He likes to joke in the comments. Appreciate y'all being in the comments this morning.
The Grizzlies signed Olivier-Maxence Prosper, I believe is how you pronounce it, to their final two-way spot. Omax with first-round pick last year, 2 years ago. If I'm not mistaken, he was waived and stretched by the Mavericks to make room for their PJ Washington extension. The biggest question I had around this is I'm not sure where it leaves Jemai Meshach.
On the hustle.
On the hustle, you think? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because what this is adding some length and some defensive help until Jaren comes back fully. I truly think, yes, he signed a 2-year contract, so he's going to be around a while. But I think this was an effort to kind of bolster some of our defensive prowess because he's a good shot blocker. I think what will happen is we got PJ Hall on a 1-year contract, and it's not necessarily guaranteed because it's just a two-way. Mm-hmm. And so I think what you'll probably see happen is we've signed Omax, we've got Javon Small. Both those are locked up on 2-year two-ways. I think what will likely happen is once we're healthy in the front court again, I think that PJ Hall will probably go the way of the Colin Castletons and the Zion Pulliams of the world, and then we will bring up Jemai Meshach at that point. So we still own his draft rights. Like, we still own his rights. So he's a hustle. Nobody can go just poach him off the hustle. But I think from what I was reading yesterday, and it's what I'm pulling up right now on X, but I think what I read yesterday was that somebody could bring him up for a 10-day. Here it is. We own the rights to Meshach. Another team could sign him to a two-way or sign him outright if he's on an E10.
Exhibit 10.
But if another team signs him to a 10-day, then the Grizz retain his rights after he comes off the 10-day. And so we'll see, I guess. I don't think the Grizzlies are going to give up Jemai Meshach without a fight. We picked him for a reason. He brings an edge in drafting. And I think the best thing that Jemai Meshach can do is go have a training camp where he forces the Grizzlies to make that decision early. Just be a menace in training camp. Have an incredible fall camp. Get ready for the season. Go with the hustle and just kill it and force the Grizzlies' hand.
That's the best way to look at this. At the end of the day, Jemai Meshach just needs to go and just earn the job, like earn a spot. Like, excuse me, like he's already shown like what he can do in summer league. We've already Grizzlies fans are enamored with this kid. Like, he just needs to keep doing that. And I think it's like you said, it's going to be a matter of time until he gets that last spot.
Exactly. It's his. It'll be his. It's just got to be the timing. It's all about timing.
Yep. And I mean, I had not thought about. I'm glad that that's why you're here, brother. The thinking of like bringing someone in to help solidify any sort of defensive front court stuff you might need to start the season out with. Jaren being out. Smart.
Because he's a big wing stretch. Like he's a big body. He blocks shots real well. He moves well in the paint. He actually has a decent looking 3-point shot. And so again, like the Mavericks waived and stretched him for a reason. I'm not sitting here saying he's going to come and revitalize the team and be the one, but I do think he's an athletic. He has potential. It just didn't work out in Dallas, and the Grizzlies are notorious for getting guys in and rehabbing them, giving them a second chance, and all of a sudden them being good. So that's what we're hoping. I'm cheering for anyway.
Yep, fingers crossed. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it was just nice to have a little bit more, have the roster solidified. I mean, now we know what the roster is going to look like going into training camp, which is nice.
Exactly.
Enough about that. Enough about our two-way spots, because thanks to our good friends over at Hoops Hype, they've done this awesome thing where they have been ranking the positions around the NBA to put content in the summer. Although summer's over, it's technically the September now. We're here.
Yeah.
We've gone through the point guards, we've gone through the shooting guards, we've gone through the small forwards. Last time we did this, it was small forwards. There wasn't a Grizzly to be seen on it. That's going to change when we do the top 26 power forwards, because there are 2 in the top 15 according to this list. Let's just jump to 15, because Santi Aldama is ranked the number 15 power forward in the NBA according to this list.
Shout out Wayno.
Shout out Wayno. I know you're here, brother. Getting choked up talking about it. So I really like, it's great when people, I mean, I just like when points are, whoever's been compiling these lists have done a good job of making really solid points. With the Aldama, what they say about Aldama is it's like, doesn't try to do too much, I think is a really interesting way to look at Santi. Because when he does try to do too much, that results in the inconsistencies that we see, I think. But I didn't realize he was a top 50 player in board and a top 30 in blocks per minute. I didn't realize that. He was a lot better last year than I gave him credit for.
Than a lot of people gave him credit for. Yes, he's inconsistent, but the two things he does consistently fairly well are rebounding and blocking shots. He's not a great defender. He is a matador. Shout out to his Spaniard heritage there. Outside of the paint, but he can block shots decently well. He's just, like they say here in the article, he's just a good blend of skill that he can dribble, he can shoot, he can play make at times. He's going to give you some games where he's going to give you 21, 28 off the bench. And then there's going to be those mind-numbingly frustrating games where he's like 2 for 12, but he keeps shooting. And I like how they say this. We're not actually saying that we think he's a top 30 player in the NBA, but his blend of skill at his size make him a bigger nightly impact than his raw numbers might seem to indicate. I like that, but then if you watch him, just he's a defensive liability, and that's what it boils down to. Like he barely gets in the way sometimes. Like, yes, he makes some great recoveries and blocks some shots, but he's just a pillar of inconsistency. And I still am glad he's on our team, because the nights that he's on, right? A 7-footer who can dribble and shoot and rebound like he can is not something to scoff at. It's something you need on your team.
Well said. Like they say, his blend of skill is something that I think any NBA team would want, because when it's clicking
in a heartbeat,
it's clicking.
When it works, man.
When it works, it works.
Yeah.
You scroll down further on this list, and then you get to the real meat and potatoes, the real granddaddy of who we were talking about. You got Jaren Jackson Jr., who he's left out of the top 5 on this list. And I don't know if I agree with that, just because we know how you and I both feel about Anthony Davis. The fact that Anthony Davis is ahead of him when Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. He's made out of paper mache. We know this. That's the biggest one that bothered me. I like the rest of this list. Ahead of him, you've got Evan Mobley, you've got Paolo, you've got Pascal. Pascal Siakam might be a little high. He's ranked number 2.
That's some recency bias for sure.
Yep.
I like Siakam. I think he's a top 5 power forward. I don't know that you can say Anthony Davis is right now, simply because the same reason with Ja, of the player's best ability is availability. Yep. And Anthony Davis does not have that. Like you said, he's the first player in the history of the NBA to play made entirely of paper mache. We see that fall down all the time. But having Jaren at 6, I can appreciate that. But I do think he is a top 5 power forward in this league, because show me another guy that averages 20 points and is a perennial DPOY candidate, right? Like that's just such a hard thing to do. And, the rebound crowd, just like non-ball knowers, they can take a hike. Like you can talk about all you want, but you just clearly don't know ball. But I think a top 6 spot for Jaren is, I mean, it's appropriate. You know, again, there are some playoff misfires. He definitely struggled late last year. I attribute a lot of that to that ankle sprain that he had. I don't know that it was ever truly 100%. And then in the playoffs, when Ja went out, they just threw everything they had at him. And Caruso got away with basically a 10-yard holding penalty every time down the court. And so, you know, not to make excuses there, Jaren does need to be better in the playoffs. And I think that would solidify him in this list as a top 5. But they also have Zion Williamson, number 8. And like when he plays, absolutely. But man, my guy has not played. Like, you talk about guys who are missing like games and not being like, are you kidding? Like, I appreciate like the idea of Zion Williamson, but we just hadn't seen it on the court in so long.
The fact that he's 2 spots behind Jaren is like, whoa, when you look at just what their production equals. And I think you're absolutely right. I think that if Jaren can produce, has one incredible playoff showing, then I think it's like, oh, cool, bump him up in the top 5, easy.
Yeah. Because like what, you know, people can talk all they want, but I remind you that there was a time last year before he sprained his ankle that he was a top 7 MVP candidate, and he was the odds-on favorite to be DPOI once again. And so I think that Jaren has got all the potential in the world. He needs to get healthy, he needs to stay healthy, and he needs to show up in the playoffs. And I think that would bump him up a bit higher.
Yeah, and it's if the Pacers hadn't just come from a finals appearance, that also might move Siakam down a little bit. You know,
Siakam's great. It is. And I'm not saying that Anthony Davis is not great, because Anthony Davis has cooked Jaren in the past. Like he has.
Yes, we've seen it.
But it's the same argument I have with Ja. It's the same one I bring up every time. A player's best ability is availability. Anthony Davis ain't available. Like he doesn't play but 8-9 games at a time, and then he sits out for a couple of months.
It's like that. I mean, not us, but like Mavs fans and Nico was like, we had the proof of concept with that one quarter of basketball last year where AD was amazing. Yep. And that version of AD is a top 3 power forward in the league. Like I would say like that version is great.
Yeah. Absolutely. And they truly got the AD experience in one game, right? Like he dominated the first quarter. The second quarter, he was a defensive menace. The third quarter, he gets hurt. And the fourth quarter, it's announced that he's out for an extended period of time. It was the Anthony Davis experience in 4 quarters. It was like a play. It was 4 acts.
God, a 4-act play about Anthony Davis sounds awful. No shade to Anthony Davis. I'm an actor. 4-act plays. Actually, I might write a 4-act play about Anthony Davis and produce it and have him star in it.
But you have to know, it has to be a puppet made of paper mache. Come on, Luke, keep up.
Oh man, and I love the Muppets, dude. I don't know. That idea was right in front of me. You great. I'm going to release this as content. This is great. We're going to take a quick break. That's enough basketball talk. Because we are fresh off football. We had spitting, we had lightning delays, we had drop passes, we had drop balls, and we got more tonight.
Tush pushes.
We had Tushy's Pushies. It was great. Tushy's Pushies. I don't know what that is. We're just going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk foosball, baby, right after this quick break.
Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderlin Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer. In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are.
Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
It's that time of the year again. The leaves aren't even changing yet, but I can already hear the drum lines warming up, grills firing up in parking lots. No sport knows better how to disappear for 9 months and still have us obsessing over it every single day. Now, as college football comes back, so does the chaos. And the pageantry, it's undefeated. Where else can you see 100,000 strong cheer for the dotting of an I, a leprechaun hitting the gritty on your sideline, or hear 90,000 people scream in unison spelling out C-A-T-S as the only word the entire state of Kentucky can spell? So buckle up, folks, because from now until January, it's nothing but Saturdays filled with last-second field goals, heartbreak, miracle catches, and loud mics and full pints right here at Grind City Brewing. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Tune in to College Football Saturdays throughout the college football season live from Grind City Brewing and the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Daily Grind, y'all. As you can tell by that commercial, we got a whole mess of excellent sponsors. We got Ounce of Hope, promo code Bluff City. Underneath us right here, we'll get you 15% off. QR code will take you right to the website. Fill your cart full of the seltzers, full of the Vitality Gummies. Do the whole thing. You will be set for college football this weekend.
And more Ounce of Hope content to come.
Yeah. And then we've got, you're going to be at Grind City Brewing this weekend, right?
Next weekend. We're off this weekend. It's every other weekend. The next one is September the 13th. We got a great slate of games. That one's going to be a little bit later show. We're thinking like 5:30 before the late games kick off to kind of recap today, talk about the games that are ahead. I think it's going to be a great, great time.
Heck yeah. And then we also got Trilogy Tattoo. You saw them. Go get tatted. Go have a beer. Go have an Ounce of Hope. It'll be great. And we're also brought to you by FanDuel, y'all. They're also great. And we're going to jump right in. If you used FanDuel last night to bet on this Cowboys-Eagles game, you might have made some money. It's a long game last night. There was a lightning delay. I got classic. I don't know. First week, I was just like, are we serious right now?
Gotta be, man.
Dallas Cowboys lost 20-24 to the Philadelphia Eagles. They covered the spread. I believe we talked yesterday. Spread was 8.5. They covered that. They hit the over-under we discussed was 47.5. They hit the under on that. So it's a much better game. I felt good seeing that this Cowboys team, because we talked yesterday, a lot of my fantasy stock was based on the Cowboys being the off-brand Bengals. And I think they showed at least that there's potential for that to happen yesterday. Dak was slinging it. CD and Pickens both looked great. It could have been better, yes, but they looked great. Granted, this should also Jalen Carter was ejected on the opening kickoff because he spat on Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
So that's the Eagles were missing their best defensive player, but so were the Cowboys because they traded him. So
there were so many good takes last night about how like AJ Brown and George Pickens were going to melt down by not getting any targets, and George Pickens ended up with 30. AJ Brown had 1. If you had Jahan Dotson as the leading receiver for the Eagles last night, congratulations, you crushed it. That's impressive. But it showed you it was sloppy, ugly first week football. So that's what you're going to get. I told y'all yesterday the under, it makes a ton of sense. We talked about that yesterday. The under being the play there. I just you got these teams that are getting back in the swing of it. It started off awkward. You had the Super Bowl, ceremony. And anytime you have those, it just makes sometimes for a weird game. Though Dallas wasted no time in scoring and so many players had Javonte Williams on their bench and didn't capitalize on his 2-touchdown night. Dak did start the foray, with Jalen Carter. He was talking spit in his direction, talking noise, but to walk up and spit on a grown man, right
here.
Yeah, spit on him right in front of the refs, all that. And that's how it always works. The person who instigates it rarely gets caught. It's always retaliation. My coaches all throughout my football career told me that. Like you never want to be the guy that retaliates because you will always get caught. Because the first guy's going to draw the ref's attention, then you're going to get the flag, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep. I love how mad. I mean, like you can say Dak instigated it, but like he spat in his direction. He didn't spit like Jalen Carter spat on him,
on his chest, in front of the referee.
Yeah, one of those is going to get a penalty. The other one's not. Like that's just plain and simple.
It just is what it is. The Cowboys showed you that they are going to throw the ball a lot. They're going to try and push the ball down the field because their run defense is just abhorrent. Like they couldn't stop Jalen Hurts last night at all.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long year for Cowboys fans, once again, you still have to have a VCR to be able to watch their last Super Bowl appearance and win. And so I don't think that's going to change this year with the way that defense played last night. But again, it was great to have football back Thursday night. It was a good game. It really was 24-20. It's a good close game.
Yes. The Lightning screwed up, but
it's a 65-minute Lightning delay is wild.
Yep.
But grateful to have football back for sure.
Couldn't agree more, man. And we got more tonight. We got more football tonight. Friday night football. What are we doing, man? We're going down to Brazil tonight. Hopefully the turf is better than it was last time. I remember how that turf killed like 40 players last year. We got the Chiefs at the Chargers tonight.
Watch your Achilles tonight.
I like that. And then head on over to FanDuel too. We're gonna look at the interesting. The line here.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna look at the line. We're gonna look at the spread. Gonna look at the over under. The spread here is 3 points, whereas the spread in the game yesterday was 3.
3 is much more of a normal NFL line. 8.5 is a huge NFL line. 3 to 5 points is going to be more what you typically see in NFL games.
Yep. The Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 3. Odds are -115. Chargers +3 in the spread, -105. The over-under for this game is 46.5. And these are all over at FanDuel as well, so go check this out.
If you're on FanDuel, if you go down, they have game specials and different things that you can bet on. A couple of them that you can score some big cash on.
Yep.
Each team to score, 1+ rushing and 1+ passing touchdown in each half. If you think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, you get plus 10,000 odds on that. Each team to score 1+ touchdown and 1+ field goal in each half. It's plus 1,300. So there's some fun ones there. And then I talked about this yesterday on the 2 Buck Sports Show. The FanDuel your way. You can build parlays your way. It's got the sliders. You can adjust the lines. You can adjust the touchdown amounts, the yardage, however you want. It's fully customizable sports betting, and it's available on this game. FanDuel your way at FanDuel.com.
Yeah, there's a lot you can bet on this game. Who do you think wins this game? Personally, you think Kansas City wins?
I do. I think Kansas City wins. I think the way I do think they win, but the way the Chargers can win is to play Jim Harbaugh style football where they control the line of scrimmage and they run the ball. I have a Marion Hampton in a couple of leagues, so I'm kind of banking on him to be RB1.
Yeah.
I think he will be. I think there's a ton of opportunity for him to feed. And it's a road game for both teams. You're far from home. I imagine this is going to be a much more run-based offense. Control the line of scrimmage and try and control the clock of the football. And the best way for the Chargers to win is to get a Marion Hampton going and keep Pat Mahomes off the field. I don't know that they can do that. That Chiefs defense is still pretty good. And then anytime you got Pat Mahomes walking out, I like Isaiah Pacheco. I think Mahomes and the Chiefs get the win tonight in Brazil at 10,000 feet of altitude or wherever they are.
I mean, and it's also we know the Chargers have no home field advantage anyway because they're the Chargers. But can you have less of a home field advantage than is there any? I mean, what is this game on? Is this game going to be on Prime? I'm so intrigued to see what
YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Cool.
This one's on YouTube. It's one of those ESPN and NFL just screwing it all the way up, man, because it's just much like the NBA. You got to have a dozen different streaming services to watch it. They've taken NFL Red Zone. They're going to put commercials in it for the first time ever. I can't believe that. And then Adam Silver. I'm so pissed thinking about bad commissioners. I said Adam Silver. Adam Schefter yesterday had the gall to come on and lecture everybody about the commercials because everybody was upset about the commercials. And where was that tweet?
Schefter's gross.
It was just the most out of touch. Here it is. Some added clarity. NFL Red Zone is 7 hours, 420 minutes. Over that time, viewers will be served 1 to 2 total minutes of ads in 15-second increments. This comes out to anywhere between 0.25 to 0.5% of the total time, considerably less than other sports entertainment programs. And the very first comment is, Adam Schefter, based on previous advertising, it should be 0%.
Yep. That's the point, sir. Like,
it just sucks, man. Just like this game's free on YouTube. There's probably gonna be a bazillion ads with it too. I get it. You gotta get paid. Advertisements pay the bills. I understand that. But like that was the whole purpose of NFL Red Zone, was so I could watch 4 uninterrupted football games and I could just kind of turn the sound around to what I wanted to see.
I know a lot of one of my best friends in the whole world. He married a woman from Ireland. So many people from overseas, from around the world, get into the NFL through Red Zone. Like, it's just because it's easy to watch Red Zone around the world. It's easy to find illegal streams of that. I know. I've tried. I know from first experience. You can get streams. It's just easy to stream Red Zone, and so many people. I know so many people personally in Ireland who love football because of Red Zone. And it's just like, man, it sucks. It sucks.
I mean, it does. And like, it's sad the direction it's going, but it's life. That's what's done in the NBA. You got to go. Like, that's our life now. Like, they told us to cut the cord because it was going to be cheaper to stream everything on the internet. Now that we're streaming everything on the internet, it's now way more expensive than cable ever was.
They lied.
Color me surprised.
What? The big media markets lied to us? What? What? It's the same big media market that faked the moon landing? I'm kidding. I don't believe that. Don't put that. I know we landed. Don't come at me. Time is a flat circle. Yes, sir, Jared. Before we get off this game, I want to have a daily dose of It's a Trap on this game specifically. I'm very grateful for Friday Night Football because and Thursday Night Football. I'm just grateful for the football's back because it lets me get a lot of traps. I can set a lot of traps, maybe not snare them, trap them. What's the word? Trap them. I don't know. I'm not a grammar man. So today's It's a Trap is going to be who will score 2+ touchdowns in tonight's game. Okay. And for those of you uneducated, unaware, uninitiated, it's a trap. It's named in honor of Admiral Akbar. Sponsored by FanDuel. I will give our contestant 3 different wagers. He just has to tell me which one of these is a trap. Here we go. These are over at FanDuel, so if you want to follow along at home, the black fans are on the way.
Yeah, they're coming to get you.
Oh, God. I have my door. So follow along at FanDuel if you want to help Rusty, if you want to trick Rusty. All right. Chargers, Chiefs to score 2+ touchdowns tonight.
Okay.
What are the odds? What are these odds are real and what's a trap? Okay. Is it A, Travis Kelce plus 850, Amari and Hampton plus 1100, or Ladd McConkey plus 1300?
So I think Ladd does because he's a great little slot receiver. He had a phenomenal end of his year last year. I feel like Amari and Hampton's about right. I'm gonna say Travis Kelce plus 800. That's 850. That's the trap. He's too old. He's too old.
He's too old. Man, you know.
Let's go.
You know what you're doing. Yeah, it's a trap, baby. I'm trying to get him out of order. So I was like, man, maybe recency bias on one's impending nuptials might get.
I know better. Come on.
You know better. So you sniffed that one out. Both Ladd and Marion Hampton, they were almost dead, like the same odds to score 2+ touchdowns, which makes sense. They're going to get either, if it goes the way Harbaugh wants, Marion Hampton will rush for 2 touchdowns, or you'll get 2 touchdowns. You get down in the red zone, get 2 quick, easy slant routes to Ladd, easy. The trap here, Xavier Worthy is actually the most favored. He is favored the most to score 2+ touchdowns at 850. Those Travis Kelce's odds I gave you.
That makes sense.
He's fast.
No Rashee Rice. Like, they don't really have any other receivers. Travis Kelce is too busy planning a wedding. Too old. Thinking about T-Swizzle. There's going to be too many Swifties up there. Plus 1,200 feels better, and I probably even should be lower than that. But plus 850 for Xavier Worthy, it's wild.
The fact that Ladd had higher odds to score 2 touchdowns than Travis Kelce just seemed a little bit – because who knows if they're going to even let Travis They might just get him out and, you know, like my Papaw had a 67 Mustang that he didn't drive. It was in impeccable condition. He would go drive it once a week, turn it on, drive it around the little small town he lived in just so everybody could see it, and then he would park it.
Yeah, keep charging it. Yeah,
that's what they might do with Travis tonight. Like, I think he would have retired if they won a Super Bowl last year. I just don't think he's going to need to be out here.
I was wondering where that connection was.
Yeah.
Coming, but that makes total sense.
They might just test drive Travis Kelce tonight. They might be like, Andy Reid might be like, you know, Pat, just turn the ignition over. Just do a little,
like an 8-yard out so you can catch it and go onto the sideline.
8-yard out. Yes, just do that, brother. We don't need to kill the engine this early.
And then he can just trot right on off to the sidelines and take some selfies and look up at Taylor and sign, you know, sequence, bedazzle his shoulder pads more. You know,
it's gonna be great. Ain't no 1,200 to score 2 touchdowns though.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, it's the weekend. It's the weekend officially. It's Friday. I know my days of the week. Don't let anybody tell you any different. What are you doing this weekend, brother? Are you just good? Are you chilling? Are you? I'm not doing anything. I was sick last weekend, and so I'm actually excited I got Kyla back this weekend, so I'm just going to be watching football. Do we get NFL on Saturday, or is it just Sunday this week?
I think it's just Sunday. I got the schedule pulled up right here. I can look really quick, but I think it's just Sunday.
You got NFL, got college, you got NFL on Sunday. It's going to be a football type week. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's it. It's a low-key weekend. I'm tired. I've been really busy lately. Just go, which is my life. I just go. I'm constantly in my truck going somewhere. And so this weekend, I'm looking forward to not doing a whole lot. You know, Maggie and I did an escape room on Monday.
Yeah.
To kind of get back into we both just been so busy that like inside baseball here, we just hadn't been dating each other a lot lately. And so Saturday night, we're going out to a really nice restaurant here in Memphis. Super excited about dinner with her on Saturday night. Just being more intentional about time and talking and being together. So super excited about that. Watching college football. Mississippi State has a massive game tomorrow night against Arizona State. Traveled all the way from Tempe. They've insulted the great state of Mississippi about our food and our hotels. And I want to beat them little suckers all the way back to Tempe, man. It's a blackout. Like, they've got a big announcement this morning at 10 o'clock. I don't know what it is. The football program's announcing something at 10 this morning. We're breaking out the all-black uniforms while wearing the black hat today. Yeah. It's going to be an awesome game in Starkville tomorrow night. Can't wait to watch that at 6:35. But going to be hanging out with Maggie and having a really good time. So it's going to be a nice weekend. Quiet, low-key, just what I need.
Quiet, low-key, taking recharge moments, making sure we're good to go for next weekend. That's what this weekend is, and I love it. That's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Everybody go take care of yourself today. We've got the $2 Sports Show today at 11. Got Anthony Stain at 1. Full slate for you. Go check them out. Jess Benson's about to go happen right now. Go check her out if you want. Thank you to FanDuel. Thank you to Trilogy Tattoo. Thank you to Ounce of Hope. Thank you to, am I forgetting one? And Grind City, baby. Yeah, Grind City. I was like, what am I doing? Thank you to all of them. Thank you to those watching at home, watching over on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. We can leave you with anything today, you know, like we do. It's the weekend, but it doesn't matter because we're going to tell you the same things every day. Remember to be a little weird, just a little bit. And remember to smile. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you on Monday.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.